Okay, hello, welcome back. I know, we technically shouldn't even be back here, but I will do some explaining as to why we are back here. And actually, the main reason is my friends Chucky and Nos. You can give them a thank you for us being here still. And the other reason is I have sent off email to the developer along with submitted the previous video we had uploaded along in there, along with explanation of some of the issues that I've been noticing and having, in which have been driving me away from the game, along with the physics inconsistencies and other things. So, I'm still currently waiting for a response to see what they're going to say to that. If they respond telling me that they're going to do improvements, then I might as well stay and see what the improvements will be like. Um, so we're playing the waiting game, but as of currently, we're not stepping out of it just yet. Normally, normally I would have already uninstalled and been done with the game. However, one, I'm still holding possession of Nos's Bentley. And then last night, I actually took possession of Chucky's Challenger to do for him and his R33 to do for him, both of which are finished. I've moved over his Challenger to my second account, so it's not in here. I also repainted my Challenger Hellcat. So, my Challenger Hellcat and Chucky's Challenger Hellcat are like literally identical. I think let's go check the tires on mine. I might have wider tires on mine, which, if I do, I'm probably going to adjust because I would like to have my Hellcat to be literally equal to. I don't want to make my Hellcat better or worse than his Hellcat. You know, his I have on sitting on 305s in the front and 335s in the rear. So, ooh, yeah, we are. We have a bit more traction than him right now, by a good bit. Wow. Okay. Maybe we should tone that back. uh, yeah, let's tone that back a bit. 335s in the rear. 305s would be 10. It's 95, 85. Yeah, 10, 15, 25, 35, right? Yes. Yes, that is right. Okay, now front. And this goes to 10, 305. This is how I will always do my rim sizings. It's taken me a good while to get it down, so not all of my cars are set up on this tire setup yet, but I match 9.0 rim width with 285 tire width, and you keep those even. So if you go up to 9.5, tire width goes up to 295, and that's like ideal, perfect sizing. So now I have to retrieve spacers, so I'm just opening car parking on my second device. I did have Genshin Impact installed, which is a really, really good game. However, currently Genshin Impact has a bug where after about 20 or 30 minutes of being in the game audio starts to go static, like really bad. So, yeah, and before uninstalling Genshin Impact, we only had literally 1 hour of recording space. And then I just uninstalled Genshin Impact, and now we have 16 hours of recording space. That's how much space Genshin Impact takes up. It takes up 15 hours of recording space. 15 hours. It's literally a 50 gigabyte game. So, yeah, Genshin Impact is massive for a mobile game. Such a wonderful game, though. It's just the audio drives me absolutely nuts because it turns to static every 20 to 30 minutes. I'm sure anybody would be driven nuts at eventually some point after dealing with that, just every 20 minutes static, and then you have to restart the game, and then 20 minutes later static, and it's like, oh, it's just blood boiling. I also want to make sure my brakes match, because I don't think they do. Ooh. I did match the brakes. That's nice. Yeah, we are in a better mood today. And what we're going to be starting off with is actually that Bentley. I just want to get these spacers dialed in right. So this is going to go to 5.7 on a 3.3. Now, for anybody who's wanting to use what I'm doing here to this Challenger as reference for your own Challenger, note, these specific rims have the furthest inset offset. I know that's confusing for anybody who doesn't understand what that means. The offset is as far inwards with these specific set of rims as it is for any other set of rims. So look, click these and the tires poke out further. So that's what that means. The offset on this set of rims has the furthest inwards offset out of every set of rims in the entire game. Which means that these specific rims you can make wider than any other while still keeping them under the body of the car. So it definitely means that these rims give you a traction advantage over any other rims because you can run wider tires without the tires extending outside of the body's shell. Because when it starts extending outside of the body shell, that doesn't look too appealing, does it? So, I want to make sure that the rest of my rim size is right. It's not, because this is on a 22. Gotta get back to my select set. These ones, they need to be on a 23. Okay, perfect. Yep, that is perfect. Okay, so now our Challenger is dialed in perfect. So if you're running these rims, also, width does affect height gradually, very gradually, but it does. I have to quickly shut off my coffee pot because I'm brewing coffee. Boop. That's done. I should probably turn this light off as well. There we go. So, you can run this same tire setup realistically with other rims, and you can dial the offset to be further inwards. As the spacers is what controls your offset. So, for whatever rims you want to put on that are different from mine, you can just move the offset inwards until they are fitted under the body. I believe the Challenger can run any rim set of this sizing of the 305s and the 335s, so long as you pull the offset back in, the spacers. So yeah, you should be able to run whatever rims you like. I really like these rims. I've always really liked these rims, that's why they're on so many of my cars. Also, they have the traction advantage. For another thing I should mention, for those who don't know, for the longest time I didn't know this. When you buy a set of gold rims, as you might have noticed when we installed, it said install for 0 gold. 0 coins, right? But they're actually 100 coins. So once you buy them, then they're free after that. So you only have to pay the 100 gold once. And it's the exact same thing for the brakes. Once you buy the brakes, you only have to pay that 1,000 gold once. So these yellow calipers, we can put them on anything that doesn't have them on for free. Do I have anything that doesn't have them on right now? I might not. Why? Because, well, they're 1,000 gold calipers, and since I already paid the cost, they're now able to be installed for free because I already unlocked them. You just have to pay for the unlock. Ah, my S2000. S2000 still has stock calipers. So, brakes, calipers, boom. Very beneficial. Now, you might be noticing that we're low on money, and that's because I had to transfer 5 mil over, because this Escalade, I bought this morning, I haven't touched it, this is the exact way I got it, except I got scammed because I was an idiot and I clicked too quickly without looking fully. Someone was selling this for $1 million, they claimed, and I private messaged them and I said, I'll buy it for $1 million, and then they sent the offer, and they sent it for 10 million, and I didn't notice the extra 0 in time, and yeah. So we got scammed 9 million solely because I didn't realize the extra 0. So yeah, that is on me, but at the same time, it's also on them for baiting me into that. It's really a dirty move. It really is. I absolutely hate when people do that, which is why I rarely ever do business with players, and I definitely will be more careful to never again click before fully looking at the price, because I just saw 1 in the zeros and I opened it and clicked, and as I clicked I saw that there was the extra 0 on the end, and I went, oh shit. And then they left the server instantly, of course, naturally, because they just performed a scam. So, yeah, it is on me. There's only so much blame I can put on the other person when I didn't fully look at the price in time. But it is what it is. So I had to sell my JZX90 because I only had 200,000 after that. I had 10.2 million. So they left me basically dry with fuck all. Yeah, I'm sure that... And if you're watching this, I hope you feel good about yourself. Fucking asshole. God damn it. But, yeah, I literally was left with nothing, because 200k, I've already spent more than that working on cars today. And that's what I mainly use my money for. I just wanted an extra Escalade. Now, here's the real kicker, is I have short-term memory loss. Yes, I'm already 2 days into this. I completely fucking forgot. I get it for free in 5 days. Isn't that a bitch? So, yeah, real pain that happened. But it is what it is. I'll probably do a street tune for one, and the other, I bought it so that I could do it up for police vehicle. I still haven't touched it. That's exactly the way I received it. Now, back to main topic, the Bentley. Messaged my friend, sent him the video. He said he's going to give my tune a try, but he thinks that he might not like it because of how soft it looks in the corners. Now, there's 2 ways I can compensate that. Well, the damps would stay. I could stiffen the suspension setup itself and then reduce ride height to rebalance the car. Or you can do this and just crank the anti-roll. There we go. Still keep the rear a little bit lesser than the front. And let's give it a test drive, and we'll get a clean lap in without losing our cool this time, because we're actually in a good mood tonight. Ironically, we're in a good mood even though we've got scammed literally first thing. I say first thing this morning, but I woke up at 4 p.m. So you can say first thing this evening, I guess. But we'll get a lap in. Oh yeah, I think that's better. I think he'll like that. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn the steering angle up to 33, just to give it back that little bit of turn and nip that it had when it was on the older setup. I should do the Ackerman up just a tad as well. So let's do 7 on Ackerman. 733, I think that's good. Oh, I joined city map. Whoopsies. That's okay, we'll get a highway, we'll drive down to Nürburgring. So anybody who doesn't know how to get to the Nürburgring from the City 1 area, which is where we are right now, you just come down this way. Now this should keep that stiff and nippy turn that he's looking for, while still keeping that the body off the ground and reducing the amount that the car scrapes to prevent understeer. Ugh. Of course, momentum plays a part in that too. Non-legit physics can happen sometimes. It is what it is. I thought we were going into that railing. I normally don't run slick tires. Only one car out of everything I own has slick tires. It's not even in this account. It's my second account. Yes, I do have our top speed set to 350. Yes, I'm well aware that the engine can very clearly go past that. However, this was requested to be a Nürburgring tune, not a top speed drag tune. So that's why it's set the way it is. It's set for acceleration and handling rather than top speed. Top speed wise, you'd probably be able to get this car to hit 500. Probably. With the right tuning and the right transmission gearing. Because this isn't even max power either. This is turned down still. Really? I didn't think the world ended that soon, but okay. I mean, we were gonna die anyways, so I'm just interested that it cuts off that early. Ooh, this road is so thin, so narrow. If our steering wasn't as sensitive, which even if I had left it down on the 30, it would still be oversensitive. It's just the tilt steering system has hypersensitivity that the developers still haven't fixed, and I don't know if they ever will. It is what it is. If they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. Whatever. Let's go grab our repair, grab a new set of tires, get a lap done, and let's get that clean sub-6. Hopefully get that clean sub-650. Or sub-550, sorry. Will very easily hit sub-650. Very, very easily. We hit sub-650 on dirty laps. We hit sub-630 on dirty laps. We can hit a lot. Discord channel that's not just for CPM but for all of the gaming platforms I play on. and making it a public, well-oriented server for people to, get together and game together. That way, there's a place where people can connect outside of the game itself and kind of create some kind of community out of that, maybe? I don't know. Wow, that was horrible. I think that was me, but at the same time, it feels like it undersea is worse now. Or am I just going way too fast? That's possible. Whoa. We're already... Damn. Already using our free map to get there. Let's try that again. This is very finicky. This isn't easy to do, because this is a luxury performance car, not a race car, but it's being built into a race car. We're very much taking something that shouldn't be doing this and making it do this type thing. I think so long as you have the awareness of how fast you're going, it's actually really good. I think overspeed is what's causing the understeer, is going in too fast. Everything has limits, and when you push past those limits, it can feel like the car's failing you, but in reality you're failing the car because you're pushing harder than what it can handle. And that's the reason why it's struggling. Which very well may be the case why we were struggling, is because I was just pushing way harder than what the vehicle can handle. And no, I have not driven this since the last video. Mindset definitely has a big place. When you're not in a good mood, it can be very easy to get agitated and push harder than what the vehicle can handle. Oh, whoa, dip. Nothing I can do about that. We're gonna get a new set of tires. Because slicks wear down faster than semi-slicks do. Even if we weren't on slicks and we were on semi-slicks, I'd still be getting a new set of tires because it's probably worn to at least 5%, which can take off a decent bit. Because then by the end, your tires are getting really worn. Starting with a full fresh set of tires is 100% better than not. That launch control I have dialed in so perfectly. Don't want to overspeed. Scary. I'm slowly getting a flow with this thing. This is really good. I'd rather brake lightly there and have better contact with ground going over that little crunch than end up landing wrong or overshooting. Yeah. Just better to have a little bit of caution than to take the risk of dying type deal. That's better. I think this tune is, like, solid. I don't think there's any other adjustments that need to be done. I think now that that anti-roll is stiffened up, he's probably gonna love it. What was that? We didn't even make contact with the curb there. I'm not gonna count that 2-second count piece, because that was very clear that we hit something invisible. Like, it's very, very clear. You can rewind that. I guarantee you can rewind that, and there is nothing there. We came close, but we did not hit the curb. We hit something invisible before we even touched the curb. Which, I don't know why. That's twice that's happened there, I think. Because last time in that spot, what happened was we hit the curb and bounced off of it as though it was a brick wall. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that spot. Maybe the devs need to address that. I don't know. I'm not the one who coded this map in. This thing could probably give F1 cars a good run. The Formula 1 and Formula 2 cars would probably have a good fight against this. I think it would very much come down to a driver's battle of who can handle their vehicle better. And if my friend still doesn't like this tune, I have sent him the screenshots already of the old tune, and I told him that I myself can put it back on as well if he doesn't want to do it, because I have the screenshots myself. That carousel was not the car's fault, that was just me not hitting the right line for entry. I already know that it can hit the carousels nicely now with the suspension raised up a bit, because it did last time, and the anti-roll wouldn't really harm. While that body roll can be useful, it's not hurtful to take it away entirely, or not entirely hurtful to take it away, is what I meant. It can be useful and it can be hurtful depending on the scenario. Whoa, come on now. God damn it. I hate that shit. There's nothing I can do about it, it's just the way the physics are. It's bullshit, but it is what it is. I'm not counting that 10-second penalty. In fact, I'm going to mark 2 seconds faster. Fuck their plus 10, I'm doing -2. Because that's not legit. Their system is bullshit for that. One of the things that really pisses me off, but nothing I can do about it, and I don't think the devs are going to do anything about it, if I'm being honest. What the fuck was that? It was like when we got back on the road, the traction didn't stiffen back up. Like, what the fuck? It's such bullshit. That's another thing that's got me so fed up lately, is that I've been dealing with bullshit everywhere I go, every day, at a constant. From CPM, RTHC, anywhere I go. It doesn't matter where I go, it seems that no matter what I do, I'm always dealing with bullshit. Guess it's just the life of an adult, whatever. It is what it is, nothing I can do about it. Okay. Last attempt at getting that clean lap. I'm not gonna spend 5 years just trying to get a clean lap when the system is clearly what's fucking me over. Like, curbs shouldn't be bouncing you off like that. That's not how a curb works. I'm sorry. Especially not a racetrack rumble strip, not a curb. Similar to a curb, but not a curb. I think one of the things that gets to me most is that my driving experience comes from real world. So, you know, I'm comparing legit to not legit, and that causes a lot of frustration. It's like, I know in real world, we wouldn't bounce off a curb like it was a brick wall. But here, it happens. I know in real world, I wouldn't hit an invisible object that doesn't exist, right? So it's things like that that really bother me and irritate me out of the whole shebang. Get a good clean lap in with nothing to interfere. Oh, the underscrews under that elevation change, the suspension compressors. It's far better now than when it was low. When it was lowered to the ground, it would just scrape the entire way. You can still hear that front bumper scraping at some parts. Like there. But at least it's not scraping the entire way like it used to. It used to be just dragging the chassis against the ground the whole time. See, like, we go over those ones, no problem, but then there's other times where it's just like, nope, we're gonna bounce you off to Narnia Land, and it's like, wow, thanks for not being legit at all. Inconsistent physics are just fantastic, aren't they? But, like I said, it is what it is. Something else I was told that I should mention, which I 100% agree with, colorable DRLs. It would be absolutely wonderful if we could change the color of our daytime running lights. That would be absolutely awesome. Come on, let's keep it clean. Whoa! Oh. Super scary. What was that? You see that tap on our front left? I don't think we hit the bottom of the carousel there. I think that was, again, another invisible object. But that one, I can't confirm whether or not we did or didn't hit the bottom of the carousel. I don't think we did, but it is possible. Why? Why is the understeer like that? There was no reason for that one. That one was completely uncalled for. Devs, what the fuck? Glad this is the last lap, because I'm already getting fed up with this shit. I mean, can you blame me? It's twice in a row. There's another. You can take that corner at 130. Why is it we were struggling at 117? The inconsistency is bullshit, man. Bullshit. But this video isn't going to be too long. It's mainly just a retesting of the new anti-roll scan here to show the performance. What the fuck? There's nothing I can do. I can't fix this understeer. There is absolutely nothing I can do about it. You need to get a lighter car, and you need to talk to the devs about the physics. That's on the devs. It's not even my fault anymore. There's nothing I can do. Because explain to me how it's my fault if we're understeering at some parts, but then not understeering at others. Or, for instance, we didn't understeer at those two corners last lap. Why did it happen this lap? We were even being more cautious this lap than we were last lap. So, that's a dev problem, that's a game problem, not a tune problem. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. This is the best the car is ever going to be. The devs need to fix it. Whatever. There's something wrong with this track, if you ask me. I think there's something wrong with the modeling of this track. I think that the bounces off of invisible shit is completely related to them not setting in the map properly and certain things not aligning properly in the map. But it is what it is. There's no point in me getting mad about it because I've already gotten mad about it. So it is what it is. The car itself is as good as it can ever be. If he wants to readjust it to the way he had it, he can. That's 100% up to him. It's his car. I'm not going to critique him on it or anything. It's entirely his decision to make. So, yeah. And I have... Oh, they're not in here. I have bought an S13 and an FK8 Civic. Those are going to be two of the public rally builds. The S13 obviously is going to be the rear-wheel drive, and the FK8 is going to be the front-wheel drive. However, I will not be releasing those builds. Not even releasing. When I do those builds, I'll be recording them, the whole start to finish. And I'm not going to be releasing them yet because I get the Lexus, is it the 250? I don't remember which Lexus it is. It's one of the ISs, I'm pretty sure it's the newer one. The 1000 gold Lexus. Okay, grab the list, thank you. This one. We get this in about a week from now for free on our second account through the daily reward system. So, once this comes through and we have all three of them together, I'll either do a big build going through all three of them in one shot, since I have the recording space to do that now, or I'll do 3 individual records. This will be the all-wheel drive setup. The S13 will be the rear-wheel drive setup, and the FK8 will be the front-wheel drive setup. And those will be our 3 rally cars. I'm not going to worry about badging on them. I'm most likely going to end up selling each of them. Maybe. We'll see. The S13 might. The S13 and FK8 might stay because I've wanted an FK8 for a while. However, the FK8, I do have special plans for the FK8's most likely going to stay because I will be installing a different engine into it after the rally build. So you guys won't get to see the engine that I'll have in the FK8 if I keep the FK8. Well, you might get to see it, and you could definitely install it and build it on your own. But when I build it, I'm going to build the rally tune with the factory motor. I'll be using the factory motor for all three. And I'll be tuning the motor, of course. I'm not going to leave it bone dry stock, but I'll be using the factory engine that it comes with and tuning that engine. And then once I've gotten that set, I'm going to swap in the motor in which I would prefer to desire, the desired motor in which I would prefer to run in my FK8 Civic. So, yeah, the S13 is most likely going to end up staying too because I really do like the Sylvia line. I wish we had the S14 because the S14 is my favorite. I believe it's the Zenki style with the Koki tails that I like. I like the Koki taillights and the Zenki body. I'm pretty sure it's either the Zenki body and the Koki tails or the Koki body and the Zenki tails. Let me back check that just so I'm speaking the right facts. The Zenki is the one with the Zenki is the first gen, right? Let me just back check that. Yeah, it's the Zenki body. I like the Zenki body, but I like the Koki tails. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing those right. I'm just assuming that I'm pronouncing those right. But yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap up this for now. And we're actually gonna go jump into some MWT battles, and we are going to go record there. So I will upload and post this, and then I will go and start our records in our MWT battles because I've wanted to get back into MWT for a hot minute. We've made a hell of a lot of progress there since the last time that we recorded. We have 3 tier 4s, and I've actually been running tier 4 as of recently because anybody who plays MWT is probably going, why the hell are you running tier 4 if you only have 3 of them? Well, because I've been getting by with them. Half the time I don't even need to use my 3rd tier 4. Half the time I get through with just the 2 of my tier 4s, my 2 tanks. I have 2 tier 4 tanks and 1 tier 4 aircraft. So we're gonna go jump into that, and I will see you guys hopefully there or wherever you guys join in next. And hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of us revisiting the Bentley. And more than likely, the Bentley will have been returned to my friend by the next time we record back here in CPM. So I will see you guys in the next one.